Well, what's the most common question you get from someone considering getting help?
That's such a good ask. So when people reach out, typically the thing they're struggling with the most is the vulnerability of it all. They're wondering how they can really open up enough to be able to engage in the process of personal growth or coaching or therapy. They're struggling with the vulnerability of it. They are worried about feeling exposed, about reaching into the vault and sharing those things with me. And a lot of times I think they're afraid to share their vulnerabilities with themselves, you know?
Yes.
They're worried about, well, how is this going to sound? Am I going to be understood? Am I going to do that obsessive post-game wrap-up where I'm thinking like, oh God, what did I say? And did I sound stupid? And, all of that really boils down to the fear that I'm not okay. And I'm going to show you that version of me that is afraid that I'm not okay, and you're going to confirm that for me, and I'm going to have to sit in that terror that that I'm moving around through life, exposing myself to the world, and people are judging me, and I would rather live in a world where I'm wearing the mask and I'm just like, with my Starbucks and my SUV, and I'm like, no, I'm good. My kids are good. I'm good. You're good. We're all good. Let's just smile and talk about, which wine we're drinking, and that's good. So I think like really getting okay with that level of vulnerability and openness is what people struggle with the most when they're reaching out to me.
Yes. Well, how would you help someone work through that?
Yeah, so I think in that first point of contact with people, this is like one of my superpowers that I was just gifted, that when people first reach out to me and they tell me a bit about what they're going through, I'm able to take that bit and really reflect it back to them, pinpointing exactly where their struggle is and normalizing it for them. I have a way of being able to hear exactly the space where they're stuck or feeling overwhelmed or shut down. And so when they can tell that I am picking up on that, then they immediately feel understood and they can feel that I'm relating to them. And then typically I'll share a brief story or a brief anecdote about either myself or another client that shows them that they're not alone and shows them that I can relate and I'm not judging them. Mm-hmm. And then I would give them almost right after that how I visualize their next steps, meaning concrete things that if they were sitting with me, I would recommend that they do, and I might even give them that tip, right? Like, here's the thing that will help you get some relief today. And so now I've just walked them through feeling understood, feeling like they're not alone, experiencing the acceptance from me, and then a concrete step, and so they're feeling relieved now. And that's like enough of a bite-sized bit of doing the work that they feel relief from taking the mask off. So where previously they were like terrified, they just walked through it in a micro chunk and got some relief. And so now they're like, oh, okay, this isn't so bad. I can do this.
Yeah. Well, so what is that next step they could take then?
Ignore the fear, because it's a series of fears that they're having. The first one being, oh God, I don't want to be judged, or oh, I don't want to be misunderstood, or I don't want to be vulnerable. And then the next one is, but what if I'm not okay? And then the next one is, what if I can't? What if all of this boils down to I won't follow through, or I'll get overwhelmed, or all those messages that our mind offers us that tell us not to take the risk. It says like, don't do it, it's too scary. What if I can't? What if I'm not enough? And so all of those fears, ignore them because they're all lies. They feel true, but they're all lies. And a lot of times you just need enough of those bite-sized experiences of feeling the acceptance and getting the specific guidance and following through with it in bite-sized chunks to start seeing some results. And so the next step for that person to take would be ignore the fear and take the action. Send that email, make that phone call, and just do it. Calendar it. Make it happen. And ignore the fear enough times that you can look back and say, I see some progress, and this feels amazing.